What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be going over talking about each and every one of our new event cards added into NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. It looks like 8 total event cards. Obviously, the Ben Simmons, the Tackos, the Gheorghe Muresans of the world are all going to be super expensive. Ferry is going to be decently expensive. Artest is going to be decently expensive. Granger is probably even going to be decently expensive. Francis will be cheap, and J.R. Smith will be decently cheap as well. It's crazy because I feel like it wasn't that long ago in which we saw a festival J.R. Smith in the past, Season 7. So, I don't know. J.R. Smith just, I guess, festival card time in, time out. But we're going to start it off at what I think is going to be the cheapest option and work our way up towards the most expensive. Steve Francis, 6'3", 6'6" wingspan. Hotspots for everywhere. AI Oscar up run very quick. Pro 2 leaner. Garland, Francis, Steph, D-Fox. I mean, the typical GOAT dribble sigs. Release-wise, it's fine. It's not a crazy release. It's fine. I'm guessing he's going to be like 5 GOAT cards for him. It's not going to be worth that. He's fine. I'm not going to hate on Steve Francis. But to me, it's just like he doesn't do anything crazy. He's only 6'3", and at this stage of the game, it's tough. It's tough to get to a 6'3" point guard. Just being honest and how I feel. Steve Francis. It's going to be really tough to get to him. Danny Granger up next, 6'9", 7'1" wingspan. Hotspots from everywhere. 99s across the board. Cam Thomas, Bertans upper. Very quick. Pro 2 leaner. Garland, Francis, D-Fox. I love Danny Granger. Now look. I don't know how expensive he's going to be. I really don't. But I like what the card gives you. I like his release. I like his size. I like, 6'9" at the 2. I think Granger's going to be really good. So if it ends up where Granger's not super expensive, I think he's a card to look to. Now, if he ends up being 20 GOAT pieces, which he might, then obviously you got to shy away from going and locking in the card. So it all depends on how expensive Danny Granger is going to be. If he is, realistically not super expensive, I think you can make the case Danny Granger is worth getting. J.R. Smith up next. I think he's going to be relatively cheap. Patty on very quick. Cam Christie upper. Pro 2 leaner. Garland with Francis. Steph escape. D-Fox moving crossover. I mean, even J.R. Smith is good. Now, I know he is only 6'6", and that's tough, right? It's tough to get to a 6'6" point guard at this game when Ben Simmons is in the game, when Jokic is in the game, when you've got all these point guards that are just way taller. But I think J.R. Smith is fine. I actually don't think the card is bad at all. So it's going to be one of those things you got to just think about for J.R. Smith. Is he worth your time? Is he not? I think the card is good. How good is he worth it? If he's like, I don't know, 5 to 10 GOAT pieces, maybe for 10. I mean, you could make the case for J.R. Smith. Like, I'm not going to hate on J.R. Smith the whole ton. But again, anything over 10 GOAT pieces, he's not worth it. Granger might be 15. Anything over that, not worth it. Ron Artest up next, 6'7" point guard. Steph Oscar on very quick, Pro 2 leaner. It's just not my favorite release in the game. And I actually don't think that this Ron Artest should be bad. I think this card should be incredibly good. But when I'm looking at that release, I'm not in love with it. And I don't think it's, the worst release in the game. I don't think it's anything crazy, anything horrible. But it's just, it's just not necessarily my favorite release. A lot of people like this Steph base. And I'm not hating on it. I don't think it's horrible. But just for me, it's not necessarily like a release that I'm like, yeah, that release is incredible. I mean, it's fine. It's just not necessarily my favorite release in the game. So when I'm looking at that, combined with the fact that he is only 6'7", and I say only because it's like J.R. Smith is 6'6". So if J.R. Smith is nearly as cheap, I'd just get J.R. Smith, to be honest with you. That's me. Danny Ferry up next. Is he a lot better than Danny Granger? Let's check it out. Steph Oscar on very quick, Pro 2 leaner. To be honest, when I compare the cards side by side, I think I'm going to like Danny Granger more than Danny Ferry. Because I like the Cam Thomas base more than the Steph Curry base. If you want me to be honest, that's basically the only thing that's going to separate the cards. Danny Ferry is going to be a little bit taller. But at the end of the day, I like that release more. So I think Danny Granger is going to be better than Danny Ferry. And again, a lot of people are not going to agree with me on that. And that's okay. But that's what I see. Like, this card looks fine. It just depends. Do you like that Steph Oscar? Is really what it comes down to. And for me, as much as I think it's going to be fine, I don't think it's going to be anything crazy. I just don't. And again, as far as like that Steph Oscar, I'm trying to think, do I use anybody that has that release, or have I? I honestly don't think I've used anybody with the Steph Oscar before. So I really don't know exactly what that release is going to entail. It's going to be fine. But again, I just think there are better cards in the game. Now, Ben Simmons up next. 6'10", 7-foot wingspan, point guard eligible. You can play him as small forward if you want. I wouldn't. Patty Dinwiddie upper, interesting on very quick. Pro 2 leaner, Garland with Francis, Steph escape, D-Fox moving crossover. Is he the best point guard in the game? I think Jokic is still probably better. Outside of that, I like Ben Simmons. I'm interested to see, and this is just me, I'm interested to see what that Dinwiddie upper is like on Ben Simmons, because that is, I mean, if he had the Collier Dinwiddie and it was just kind of, I don't want to say slow, but it was kind of slowish. So I'm interested to see what the Patty Dinwiddie release looks like. I have no idea, but I do think Ben is going to be good. If he is 50 or 60 GOAT cards, he is not worth that at all, because that is a crazy grind at this stage of the game. But Ben Simmons is good. I can't really hate a whole ton on Ben Simmons and what the card is going to provide. Next up here, we do see Tacko Fall. 7'5", 8'2", wingspan, wide player build, Claxton Mathurin on very quick Pro 2, Garland with Francis, Steph escape, D-Fox moving crossover. I mean, he's one of the best bigs in the game. The problem at this stage is you got Yao, you got Simbular, you've got Sean Bradley, you've got Wemby, you've got all these giants. Tacko's just another one of them. The release isn't anything crazy. Like, it's a good release, but it's nothing crazy. And so it's just like, to me, I don't know what they're going to do. Like, is Ben Simmons going to be as expensive as Tacko and Gheorghe Muresan? I don't know. I have no idea what 2K is really planning on, but Tacko is really good. I mean, if this card happens to be like 20 GOAT cards or something and you want to make the case that you can grind for him, do your thing, because Tacko is elite. Gheorghe Muresan, last but certainly not least, is 7'7" with a 7'11" wingspan. Klingon Sexton on very quick. Pro 2 leaner. Garland with Francis, Steph, and D-Fox. He's your best GOAT card from this festival. Now, what I would like to see, and this is just me, I would like to see Francis be like 3 GOATs, JR be 5, Ron Artest be like 10, Granger be like 15, Ferry be like 20, Ben be like 25, Tacko be like 30, and Muresan be like 50. That's what I would like to see, because I think those are like realistic expectations for what 2K is trying to get, and I still think they're going to get plenty of bread with, the Ben Simmons, the Tacko Fall, the Gheorghe Muresan. Now, I'm guessing these cards are going to be way more expensive than that. And so value-wise, I will have a tier list dropping soon. But again, as far as how I'd rank them, I'd say Muresan's the best, Tacko's the second best, Ben Simmons is the third best. I'd go Granger as the fourth best. Danny Ferry is the fifth best. Then Ron Artest, then J.R. Smith, then Steve Francis. That's how I'd rank these cards. Now, again, I don't even necessarily like ranking them because, again, it does get somewhat difficult, somewhat tough to do. But if I had to rank them, that is exactly the order in which I would have them ranked. So you guys can let me know your thoughts on this down below in the comments. Who is I too high on, too low on? Let me know. Drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you are new. And as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.